this video has to be cut into two because there's too much to say about this person. She was a big stepping stone in my life. She was a very important person. I call her my soulmate, and I'll explain why. Um, Now, I met her when I was 12 years old. She's the same age as me. And when I went into the hospital, if you go down and you'll see where I made the video about going to the hospital, being locked up for those 5 years, she wrote to me all the time. Okay, she was a very faithful writer, and I enjoyed those letters, and I've kept them. In fact, I have kept every letter that I have ever gotten from anybody, plus birthday cards, Christmas cards, holiday cards, since the age of 12 to now. Even those little notes that, girlfriends give the boyfriends when they're in school, I have kept them all for memories. They're in in big Ziploc bags. They're sitting in a cedar chest. And, I would read them, all of them, once a year. Years ago, I haven't read them for a long time now. But they meant a lot to me, memories, because I don't give very many cards anymore. But anyway, this woman, after I got out of the hospital, after being there for 5 years, we hooked up when we were boyfriend and girlfriend at one time in my life. The rest of the time, she would either be with somebody or married, and I would be single, or I would be with somebody, and she would be single. And it sucked because I never could get it back to the way it was. You know what I mean? And she also had my child. Like I said in the one video where I got three women pregnant at the same time. If you go and look at that video, you'll see what happened there. But she is one of those people. And the reason why I say she's my soulmate is because of so many things that's happened that's just been ironic, and I will explain that in the next video. But I left my wife of 11 years to be with her. See, I didn't put that down below. I left that part out. I didn't want to cheat on my wife, and the marriage was basically over. I tried to give like 2 weeks of letting change happen, and the change, it didn't take place. She said to me, I cannot do these things. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I can't stay married to you, and I'm not going to cheat on you. So I left to be with her. She was actually married at the time, but her marriage was falling apart, and we were supposed to be together. So I left my wife everything, the car, the house, everything, because I figured I owed her that much at least. So I left with like my guitar, my clothes, my amp, my cedar chest with all my letters. I basically left with what I brought in the marriage. And I went and lived with a relative because I was hoping the next step was she would leave her husband and we could find a place and move in together. That was what we were supposed to do. But unfortunately, no. All of a sudden, I'm starting to see lies. And because I knew her so well, I was able to guess her password. And I was able to get in her mail. And I saw that she actually was seeing 4 other guys. So 5 altogether. 4 and me. And when I read from those guys, they were saying the same kind of things I was saying. Like, you're the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I saw 2 others write that. And her saying the same thing she was saying to me, to them. And it hurt to the point where I was actually going to kill myself. I had it planned and everything. I didn't actually attempt it, but I was there because I just left a marriage of 11 years, and yeah, it was bad. But this woman that I had known for so long and even had a child with had changed. She was still majority good. You know what I mean? Like we're saying 98%, but that little bit of percentage was bad. I still wanted to be with her, even though she was seeing these other people. And her logic was this: the saying, "Don't quit your job unless you got another job." Well, don't quit your relationship unless you find another relationship, and that's what she was doing. Okay, so she was sampling the goods, finding out the personalities, and then she was going to pick the best one. And I was one of these people. But I, unlike them, was able to find out the truth. So I sent to all those guys, except for one, the emails. All of them. So I crisscrossed them and sent them, and they saw the truth because she was trying to say I was a hacker and that I was, a bad person, stuff like this, and I wasn't. I sent them all that, and then they apologized to me because, well, they found out the truth. That she actually was playing. They didn't like that. But the one guy I left alone, because he was in another country, he actually came over here and married her. But guess what? We still end up having sex even though she married him. So I didn't say I don't do things wrong, but I don't lie about it. You know what I mean? And now it's been many years, since we've been together. There is no romance still left. I still believe she's my soulmate, but we're never going to be together. I know that. And I've accepted that. I don't think she wants to be with me because she knows that I'm really good at figuring out her lies. So she would never be able to lie to me. But man, there was so much chemistry and history between the two of us. And in the next video, I'll explain to you why I say she's my soulmate. All right, so that's it on this. You guys have a good one. And it's just me keeping it real. Bye.